up, everyone? Welcome to my channel. This is Miss Red's Wrenching, and today I'm just gonna kind of walk you through what I did for a diagnosis for a rear diff, what it turned into, some of the challenges along the way. I was just giving you guys some pointers as to how to take advantage of being an hourly technician. Started out as the used car inspection, right? Had a rotational noise that was consistent with the speed of the vehicle, not with RPM or anything like that. So we ended up confirmed that, right? Found out it was rear diff, put it on the lift, lifted it up, it was howling, right? Normally when you put it on the lift, it actually gets quieter, but this mop, no, stick that bitch in drive, and it was just but so ended up sounded like it was coming from the side bearings or the axle bearings on the side. Diff fluid looks so like thick and gooey. Oh. Like in MIB where like the roach explodes, there's that goop all over Will Smith. That's all I can think about. I was like, nasty. That's nasty stuff. Speed sensors are a fucking bitch to get out. Okay, so I just unclipped them and figured I'd either get them out later or if the new one just came with them already in it, whatever. Started to take off some of the suspension. It was either really tall jack stands or these little bitty guys. And I'm only 5 feet tall, okay? I'm small. I'm small. I'm little. Just lowered the vehicle onto jack stands after draining the diff and disconnecting the speed sensors, and then we just lifted it off, traction bar out, disconnected the drive shaft before I lowered it. That way I could just have everything disconnected by the time I lifted it up. When the diff came in from LKQ, the axles were looking rough. Man, they were looking rough. They were rusty. I kept swapping the axles from the good diff with the better axles from the bad diff. So we benefited me because then speed sensors just stayed the same. You know, go through that, everything's moving smoothly, right? I'm thinking, all right, I'm gonna get this shit done. This shit's cranking out. No. There's a fucking bolt stuck in the sway bar bracket. No, it just started crumbling in my vice grips. I'm like, oh, damn it. Always lube. But if we're gonna be real, okay, I ended up breaking that sway bar bracket bolt on the diff I took out, and it's karma, right? Ended up getting the diff back onto the Jeep, we lowered the car onto the diff, and just hooked the suspension up through there, back up, put some fluid in it, and voila. The noise went away, it's quiet as a church mouse, it was lovely, you know? No complaints there. So I ended up taking apart the old diff on one of my lunch breaks, like a few days later when I had the availability to, and I confirmed that it was the bearings on the side. So I'm pretty sure this was the bad bearing in the Jeep. Feels like it's rubbing, not smooth. Oh yeah, for sure. Not good, not good. Right before I started it up and I drove it, I was like, oh, I just really hope I did this right. Oh no. And then I did it. I was like, oh. It was like that wonderful, like your heart's just like, oh. Like you're like on cloud nine or something. You're like, I fucking did it. Like that meme where the kid's just like, fucking did it. Like when you fix something right, like, I fucking got this shit, yo. I will say, as an hourly technician, you always want to take advantage of the time that you are given. You want to focus on getting the dirtiest, nastiest cars ever you want to be working on, drivability, diag, all the complicated shit, right? At least you're being given this wonderful opportunity to gain your knowledge, take full advantage of that shit. Take your time, don't rush. Quality over time, you know. My ego is not concerned with trying to be like, oh, look at me, I'm so fast. Especially if I turn around and I like produce shit work. My focus is always on quality and making sure that you instill those good habits now while you're learning to do what you do. That way later on you're going to be quick and you're going to have good quality. You're going to know what the fuck you're doing, so you're trusted, you know, you're not just throwing shit in there. Another thing I'll say is cut the egos. Working around cars, at least working in some of the shops that I've worked at, it's like nobody wants to listen to other people, or some people just think they know everything, right? So one thing I always made sure of, especially in the beginning, if somebody has something that they can tell me, to some knowledge or wisdom to pass down to me, I'm gonna keep my fucking mouth shut and I'm gonna listen, okay? Be able to ask any questions that you might have, you know, like you want to, that way you can make sure you fully understand whatever it is that you're looking at. That way while you're going through making these good habits, understanding the systems, that you can really fully get it, you know. Again, that's putting that ego aside, or overcoming that anxiety or fear that you're afraid that someone's gonna think you're stupid. The question is stupid. The only stupid question, frankly, is the one that unasked. You know, you can't be expected to know everything, because so many different cars, so many different ways of engineering and over engineering. Focus on just doing the best that you can and gaining as much knowledge as possible while your paycheck's not on the line, because once your paycheck's on the line, that's when shit's gonna suck, you know? Yeah, hope you guys liked my video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Guys, I'm trying to get a locker room. Alright, let's be real. I think I'm just really trying to get a locker room. Alright, so we need to have enough of us out there now that people are gonna have to start building us locker rooms. Okay? Okay. Stay sharp, bitch.